about the top 11 most bizarre dinosaurs with lots of majesticness. Okay, so as you can see, we have bizarre dinosaurs at the top with some very strange creatures and why we think they got that way. The book is by Christopher Sloan, and the foreword, which I will show you later, is by James Clark and Kathy Forster. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, this is the foreword that I said I'd show you earlier. The foreword only really, it doesn't talk about much, but it does talk about like the finding of the fossils, kind of how it started and stuff, and kind of leads the book to what it shows. So it's very kind of simple. Okay, so for the first dinosaur, we have a Margosaurus. This animal is actually very unique. It has a double row spine, which I like that very much. And as you can see to the right, how big it is compared to the human, it's pretty big, but I wouldn't say bigger than a Brachiosaurus. So it's pretty good, and it's carnivore, and it eats meat, if you don't know that. That's the first dinosaur, and oncoming the second. Okay, so now we have the Carnotaurus, if I said that right. The thing that's really unique about this dinosaur is it has two horns sticking out of its head like a bull. So this dinosaur is like the T-Rex version of a bull, which is pretty cool. And yeah, if you can see the gray at the top, how big it is compared to a human, it's a little smaller than a T-Rex is what I would say personally, but it's still a pretty big animal compared to a grown human male. So yeah, that is the Carnotaurus. Okay, so third on the list, we have Torjangosaurus, which has two sharp blades on the shoulders, and to make it look bigger and scarier. It is a relative of the Stegosaurus. It's exactly like it, but the shoulder blades just make it look bigger. As you can see, compared to a human, not very big, but yes, spiky. Very spiky. Okay, so fourth on the list, we have Nigersaurus, which is a herbivore, which means he eats plants, if you didn't know. And the special thing about this dinosaur is it has a wide mouth with tiny rows of teeth. Very tiny and a wide mouth. Compared to a human, this dinosaur is very big, and it is very peaceful and has very small teeth. I call them pixelated teeth, they're so small. Fifth on the list, we have Massacosaurus. When the special thing about this is that in the back where humans have molars, his teeth are knife-like. And when in the front of the teeth, where we have like buck teeth and stuff like that, it has very cone-like teeth. So it's very unique, and it is a carnivore, and the way it eats, scientists didn't know because of how weird its bite was, and it must have opened its mouth very wide, and compared to a human over here, it's up to about a male adult's waist, and it's very small, but it's not a relative of the Velociraptor whatsoever. Okay, for sixth on the list, we have Dinocheirus, which is a big dinosaur compared to a human, and it had the weirdest arms, scientists said. Not a lot of the dinosaur's bones have been found, but its arms have. The arms were pretty long to where this dinosaur would have to at least be the size of a T-Rex, full-grown T-Rex. And so pulling over to the side where you can see how it's compared to a human, the dinosaur is about a T-Rex size to a human male. Okay, for 7, we have Dracorex, which is what scientists believe to be a relative of a Phasicephalosaur, which is one of the dinosaurs that has a very bony head that scientists say that how rams and goats do it with their horns run into each other. But scientists think that this dinosaur is actually the same thing as the other dinosaur. It's just a younger version that hasn't grown its bony head. But what's unique about it now, when it technically would be young, is that it had a very bumpy and spiky head in some places, as you can see. And compared to an adult human, it is a decent size, not very big, not really small, just about a medium-sized dinosaur. Okay, so 8th on the list, we have Parasaurolophus, which is a dinosaur that actually kind of amazed some scientists because its crest made a sound like a horn. So it was a very unique, and that's actually what it's known to be bizarre for. Made that horn-like sound through its crest skull, and it was a double-backed tube kind of crest. And it's decent size to a human, pretty big, and it was a herbivore, eats plants, basically what that means, and peaceful. Okay, so 9th on the list, we have Styracosaurus, which is a relative of the Triceratops, but on its neck frill, instead of just plain, it's just like a shield, it actually has spikes on its neck, and it is probably the same size of a Triceratops, but it probably only used its horns to mate. It had no other protection. Any meat-eating dinosaur could get it from its back because its back was unprotected. It was only its head that was really protected. Again, decent size, same size as just Triceratops, but a little bit bigger than a human. Okay, 10th on the list, we have Epidendrosaurus, which is a very tiny dinosaur that has 3 fingers on each hand, and 1 finger is very long. If you can see the picture, it's that very long. To us, it'd be probably our pinky fingers, but they're actually the shortest for us, and it's kind of like the opposite. But as I was saying, tiny. All you see is a man there, but as you get closer and closer with the book, you can see that there is a tiny dot right beside the man. It's super tiny. And that is super special. I don't even know how scientists found it. It's very small. Okay, for final and 11th on the list, we have Gigantoraptor, which is actually a very giant raptor. And it is a carnivore, eats meat, and it is a giant thing, like T-Rex size, with and it has a bird-like beak, and it has a bird-like structure body. And if you can see to the right, it has that T-Rex size, as I was saying, very big. Yeah, unlike the other last dinosaur, number 10. Okay, guys, thanks for watching my book report about Bizarre Dinosaurs. And thank you for watching. I actually really like the book. If you want to read it, I'll let you. And thanks for watching. Bye!